Hey guys, my name is Jennifer and I am Jenofeve Designs. Today we're going to do the covers. We're going to do the front, the spine, and the back of the album that we're currently working on. This is the Simply Magical Landscape version set of templates, and the paper collection that we are using is the Curator's Botanical by 49 & Market. We're using the physical version, and I'm also using the printable version that's available at Katie Petit's website. I have a video playlist for this album. If you want to start at the beginning and work your way through, I'll link it up here in the cards and down below in the description box. Look, somebody's been messing with my tripod again. I think I must have gremlins or something. What do you guys think? Or maybe when I'm prepping, I knock stuff around or something. I don't know. But anyway, so this is what we got so far. We've got 5 fins, and the last video I did kind of like a talk through of the 2 fins that have the small flip pockets on the back where my lost footage. So I did a quick talk through of that. So today I thought we would do the covers. Now I've prepped a lot of it, but not all of it. So I'm just going to show you everything that I have prepped. Actually, I'm going to move this album out of the way a little bit. So I'm going to show you everything that I have prepped, and then we'll go from there. So L1 is the cover page or cover template for this album. So the mat for that is L22. And I went ahead and cut it out. This one is cut out of the actual physical paper. And then this one here was a printout where I printed out this page. I'm trying to find the other piece of it. Where I printed out this page. Or no, it goes like this. Oh no, it goes like this. On my printer, and I printed off a full 8.5 by 11 sheet. So since I had already printed, I decided I would go ahead and use this one as well. But you can also see the difference in the two. This one's a little bit smaller in image than this one. And the colorings, it's close, but it's not the same. Also, I got my printer fixed finally. Well, I think. I swear, one day I'll have a mark on my tabletop here that will tell me what's straight and what's not. One day. So, I forget what I was saying. But anyway, so I'm going to use one on the front cover and one on the back cover. This is probably my favorite image out of the whole thing. And then, this piece here, oops, is the mat for the spine piece. So we did the spine piece is on L2 and the mat is on L23. And I did the 5 fin binding, so I just used this mat to trace onto one of the scraps, and that'll be the mat for the spine. Sorry, you can hear my dog is a little restless for some reason right now. I don't know what's going on with her. Okay, and then some other things we're going to need. Page L7, I printed L7 off. It has the butterfly background design, and I took 3 of the tabs off and left the 1 long tab on the bottom. So since this is a directional, I left the tab on the bottom. So I've inked that up. I haven't taped it yet. I don't know, I guess I forgot. And then this is the mat that I traced out for the back side of this. So I've already inked everything up. I forget what page this came from. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. I think it was right there on top. And then this piece I've got in my tray of scraps, leftover pieces. So the mat for this is on L25. So I went ahead and got that ready. And then, oops. Okay, so this piece, page L11, was actually already printed out from early on in the video series. So we printed it out twice, once in the butterfly background and once in the plain. So we're going to use these on the cover, and I have put the tape on the butterfly background side of this tab, and then I have scored and taped all of these, and that's going to go on the L7 that we printed. And then I've also got the mats for that. I did want to show, this is, okay, I don't know why that one keeps coming unstuck. I fixed my printer. So, oh, I shouldn't take it so close. Let me take you in. I need to fix something in my camera. Okay, so my printer needed an update, and let me show you how bad it was printing. And I kind of got frustrated with it. This is, I printed off the mat for this page in the butterfly background, so that's what this piece is right there. But look at how bad it was. Can you see that? Can you see the difference between, this is the same shades of color. Can you see the difference? You see the banding and stuff. I was gonna just go ahead and go with it, you know, with the banding, but I finally took the time to fix it. I mean, I tried over and over and over again. I believe, yeah, I even had to recycle one of them because it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. So anyway, so I did fix that. So what I had done for this mat is I printed these shades of color. I forget which one now. Was it 12, 13, 10, 11, 12? I don't know, one of those. It's the lightest shade of the purple. And then I printed the mat for page L7, which is L29, in the butterfly background on top. So I cut it out and inked it up. And then this one, I traced the mat of this one for this part from one of the cardstocks. Well, I messed up because I wanted to see this blue flower. Well, the first time I traced it too low. So I literally had already cut it out and everything, because you can see there's like a chunk missing there. Let me see if this will help. Can you see it right there? There's like a little dip missing there. And I traced it wrong because you couldn't see this. So then I put it back all together, taped it all back together, and then traced it again. So I'm gonna have to put something here to disguise this little chunk. I don't know what yet, but I'll find something. So there's the mat for that. And then, what else? Oh, page L15 is the side pocket insert, and we're gonna use this in the interactive cover. So I printed the butterfly background onto 80-pound white cardstock. I printed the butterfly background, I inked it up, I cut it out, inked it up, and then on the back side, I traced the mat L33 onto one of the pattern papers. In fact, I got that written right there, and I inked over top of it. Oh, there we go, it came up. And I went ahead and put that together because that's kind of straightforward. So, okay, and that, I think that's it. Whoop! That was a lot, wasn't it? It sure was. All right, let me scooch back out. Or, let's see. There we go. Okay. So, that's an insert, so I'm going to put that aside. I'm going to start with the back cover and the spine first, just because those are the easiest to do, I think. Let me start with the spine. So here's the spine piece. So what I was thinking, I've got a cluster here of different embellishments. All of these three here, actually let me scooch back in. All of these three here are part of the physical embellishment pack that we purchased, and I just inked them all up. And then this one is part of the digital ephemera pieces that I purchased and printed, forget how many to a page, and then had my, excuse me, I just sneezed, you guys. And then had my scan and cut them out for me. So I think I'm just going to do a layered effect here. I think basically I am just going to do something like this. Oh, before I do that though, I want it to, for this piece, I want it to do the foundry wax. Okay, this one is the Foundry Wax in Statue. I have it linked in my Amazon list for this project, and that is linked down below. So I just put I just put a drop on each one, and then I'm going to lift it up with some tweezers. I'm going to get my heat gun. So now we've got the little shiny, they were brads, or they were little screw looking things, but now they just look like little brads. So that's cute. And also wanted to put some gold foiling on this piece here. So I'm gonna grab my glue stick and I'm gonna grab my gold foil. And I think I'm just going to do, well, I'll just do 3 sides because I think you're not really going to see the 4th side. So I'm just going to take my glue stick and I'm just going to kind of go like that. Put my foil over top. Sorry about the glare. And I'm just going to rub. Yep, just what I wanted. I just wanted to have a few little accents. Oh, it's still a little, wet. So that's kind of what I was thinking, like right here. And then this being in the middle here. So, I think I'm going to use my art glitter glue. No, I'm not. I'm going to use Fibro-Tac. Sorry, you couldn't even see. That's the problem with being so close. I'm going to use Fibro-Tac just so I have a little bit of wiggle room. So I think I'm going to start with this guy. Did I already say I'll put timestamps below? I will add you some timestamps in the description box and in the first comment pinned so that if you need to jump around you can. Put this on next. So this says these are the best of times. A lot of times I put the date on the spine, so I'm just not going to do that this time, I don't think. And then I'm going to try to get this. This is one of the pieces. This was not actually the physical embellishment. This was part of the paper pad. It was part of the cut apart sheet that's on the back of the paper pad. Okay, so I wanted to lift this up a little bit. Get that layered like that. I hope you guys can still see. The only thing about these tweezers is it's super hard to actually physically pull something because they're not strong enough. You know what I mean? All right, that looks good. I like that. And I'm not bothered at all by it hanging up, hanging past the bottom or anything. So I'm going to grab my cover. I'm going to open it up. Maybe not that page. Let's open it to this page. One thing I did do off camera is I went around and I inked the edges just so that they weren't uninked for this part. Right? So I'm going to go ahead and apply this down. I just love it. I just love having like little clusters like that. That's why I chose this background with the names of flowers and stuff. I just love the contrast between like a book page and flowers. Okay, now let's do the back. Let me scoot in just a little bit. Okay, so the back one, I'm using the one that was printed onto cardstock. So it's not the one that's from the actual physical paper pack. I'm going to use on the front cover, but the back cover I'm going to use this one. And I've got a cluster of embellishments that I think I'm going to use. Whoops. Okay, so this was the label. I guess I can scoot you in a little bit more. That we made a couple of videos back. We used one just like it on another page. So we got this. And this one is from my postcards. This one is the postcards. I got it linked. I have this linked in that special list that I made for this project. So everything that's printable from my Etsy shop is in that list, and it's linked right down below. It's also pinned to the first. It's also pinned in the first comment that I pinned. So this is one of the postcards. So this is like a regular size postcard. So this set of postcards has really large postcards and has really small postcards, and this is kind of like a regular size postcard. And I wanted to kind of use this to create like an embellishment cluster over here. And then this one is a ticket from the embellishment pack. So I wanted to use that. It says the details. And then this is some of that paper we used, that deli paper that we used in a previous video. I just kind of ripped it a little bit because I wanted it to go behind this label. So I wanted it to kind of have this kind of look, sort of. I might have to trim it a little bit. Right, I wanted to have like a little layered look here. And then I was going to kind of keep this as like a tuck. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to lay this on here where I want it, kind of like that. And I'm going to mark it. Well, here's what I'm going to do. So I kind of marked it, and I'm going to try to cut it just a little bit away from that mark, and then that's where I'm going to put my glue. So it's going to kind of go like this. So I'm just going to glue those two spots that I marked, or that I cut, that I marked. Alright, we're going to let that be for a minute because I'm going to have to come back and trim that off a little better. So then I was going to lay that there. Yep, I'm just actually, let's put this down first. See, is it even focused? I can't tell. And that way I'm just going to glue where the label is so you can't see. And then I'm going to glue this ticket down. It's going this way. I want it to go this way. I just like that layered look. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cut that. So I'm gonna trim off the excess that's hanging over. Sorry if it's not in focus. I'm sorry. Focus, camera, focus. See, it doesn't. I don't know. I can't decide if it likes to be close or not. So I'm gonna ink up that edge just really quick. Yeah, that's cute. And then we are going to mat the back. So we're just going to leave it that simple, but I did want to show you that you can put a photo behind here. You can even do a 4x6 photo. You don't have to leave it empty. But for right now, I think, well, we'll see. We may add something before the video's over. But I'm just going to add glue. Okay, I like that. Should we leave that in here just so we know? No, not that one. Let's do something different. Well, we'll just come back to it. How about that? We'll just come back to it. So that looks good. I like that. Now let's do the front cover. Okay, let's work on the front cover. I'm going to do this off of the cover, and then we'll add it at the end. So I haven't added tape to this yet, but we are going to tape this. Oh, sorry about my dog. She's got an ear infection, you guys. We're going to tape this on the plain side, and we're going to hook it into the back of that mat. Whoops. This is 3/8 inch score tape. Got it linked to my Amazon. I've also got other tape resources linked down below if you guys need to check that out. What did I just say I was going to do? I was going to do it this way. Alright, I need to chomp my corners. Just a little bit. And I think I'm going to take the tape backing off, and we're just going to lay the mat. We're going to try to center it as best I can. So I'm going to go like this. I'm going to kind of hold it up top here. No, that's not center. Like it's okay. Well, it's a little crooked, but again, I think it'll be okay. So I got that. I'm not gonna put the mat on yet for this because I'm gonna have to do magnets and things. So I've got that attached, and then I want to attach. Actually, I want to attach this part here. Okay, so when we printed this off, I didn't know what I was going to be doing with it, but what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to have it as a flap, and the butterfly background is going to be on the inside, so it's going to go like this. So it's actually, the pattern is actually going to be upside down, but I think that's okay. It does not bother me at all. Plus, it's just the back of the flap. So, I don't think it'll be as noticeable, so I'm not going to waste what we've already got printed off. Okay, so I'm going to take the tape backing off of here. And again, I am going to, actually I'm going to stick it this way. I'm going to stick this on the back, on the plain side of this, so that it, oh, it's kind of hard to see, so that it folds over. It doesn't cover up the butterfly pattern with the tab, so the tab is on the back side. You see that? So let me ink this and that. Flip that over and burnish. Okay, so now we've got that. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to do a magnet and a magnet saver to keep this closed. Okay. So I am going to just attach this bottom part here, I think, to here. No, I'm going to go ahead and attach it down, I think. No, I'm not either. I'm just going to attach the bottom part. You guys, I know, I have thought this through. I promise I have. I just got off the phone with my husband. He called. He always calls when I'm recording. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, did I get this on here crooked as I'll get it? I sure did. Okay, let's see if I can't fix it with my burnishing skills. I did it good enough. So I think I'm going to mark my envelope like this, or my envelope base like that, and I'm probably going to put a magnet saver right here because I'm probably going to do a wax seal. So let me grab my magnets just really quick, and I'm just going to attach do I have one that's a little smaller than that? A magnet saver on here. Actually, I'm just going to use a glue dot. Like that. So below I have all of my magnet resources linked below for you guys. So I'm trying to think if I want that on this piece or underneath here. I think I want it on this piece. I'm going to put a piece of tape over top of that so that it doesn't move. It probably won't, but you never know. Burnish that. And then I'm going to glue the mat down, I think. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know what I'm going to put on that little corner piece. Hold, please. Well, I guess I could just leave it. I'm just going to leave it because I can't. Nothing's jumping out at me. It's perfect. So I don't know if you can see my tape under there or back there. You might be able to just a little bit. I can always come back and add something. sure I get that. See it there? It may not even matter, but there we have it. Okay, so then we got that. Let me cut these edges off here with my Tim Holtz scissors. All right, before I seal this up, I think I'm going to mat this part and then do the wax seal. I'm trying to think if I'm going to need... Actually, let me just go ahead and close the whole thing up. How many times have I said actually already in this video? Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Got to put tape along this edge so that the inserts, whatever inserts that may be, don't get stuck on that edge there. Okay, so I'm going to mat this and then we're going to do a wax seal. Let's get the wax seal going. Where's my spoon? I thought my spoon. Here's my spoon. My favorite color wax seals of all time. Got them linked in that Amazon list. And it matches my nail color. So pretty. I did these nails a few days ago. And then I went and did garden yard work. So good job. Way to go. Way to go, Jen. Okay. So I'm going to mat this. I'm going to use the art glitter. I keep calling this art glitter glue. This is not art glitter glue. This is Fabri-Tac. And you don't have to print on the back side. I was just reusing a piece that I'd already printed on. And I do not have an insert for this prepared yet, just FYI. But I do have some more stuff that's going on top of here. Erasing, I put the page number on there. Okay, let me let that cool down a second. And then I'm just going to pour this right over top. I'll let that sit for a second. Okay, so now we've got that holding that, and then we're probably going to put a magnet back here. And then I want to put one here because I want it all to kind of stay together, and I want it, there's going to be inserts, so I want to make sure that this will hold. So let's put a magnet here, and I'm hoping it'll be enough to hold it. So I'm just going to sit these things in here So there is the mat. So I'm going to sit that in there. And then here is the insert. I might have to do another magnet. Daggone it. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do it. I just feel like it's going to need to be happen. It's going to need to happen. That way there's just no doubt that it will hold regardless. So let's get this matted. With this piece here, I'm going to use Fabri-Tac. Now I want to attach it to the cover. So remove that tape backing, get us some Fabri-Tac. There's just something so satisfying about getting your covers, getting something on your covers, you know? I love it. Okay, this is going to be an insert like that. Okay, I've gathered a few more things together for the front cover. And let's see, where am I going to start? I know what I'm going to start with. I'm going to start with this bag here. This is a printable bag from my printable envelopes and bag set of templates. I'm sorry, I know you can't see that. I'm sorry. I don't know if you can see that either. Good grief. I don't know what is going on. Hopefully when I edit this, it will look a little better. Okay, so that's what the Etsy listing looks like, but I will have these linked in the listing, the special link that I have for this project. How about if I scoot out? I wonder if that would help. I can't tell you guys because my monitor is so weird. So it has a bunch of envelopes and bags. These have like script on them. And let's see, which one is it? This one right here. Well, except it's got a script on it. So it's this one right here. It's this envelope, or this bag. It's actually kind of like a glassine bag. Oh my goodness. Come on, focus. I hope it's showing right. What else can I do here? Nope, you can't see those either. How about just putting that there? Will that help? I can't tell. I can't tell if you guys can even see it or not. I apologize. I hope you can. Anyway, so I'll have these linked in that special list because you can either do this, which is what I'm going to do. And I did a little bit of gold foiling on the edges there, and it's just printed onto 28-pound paper. Or you can print another one of, hang on, I'm trying to get it here. Another one of these, which is E9. It's from the enhancement pack. I'm sure you can see it. Surely you can see it. It's from the enhancement pack, and you can print another one of these and use this instead if you don't want to get the envelopes and bags. But the envelopes and bags are really, really reasonably priced, so it's a good little investment if you wanted to add. So I just wanted to point that out. So you could do that instead if you wanted to. But I'm going to use the bag. And also, these are from the enhancement pack as well. They were already made, except for this one. I put the reinforcements on. Let me scoot you in. And I can't figure out which one I want to use. They both will work. So I put the proper color hole and reinforcements on this one. So I think I might use this as an insert. like that. And all it is I printed it onto cardstock, and it's the tags that have the little faux metal corners on there. And then I took coffee in a spray bottle and just sprayed over top of it and let it dry, and that's the effect. It's kind of cool. So I was going to use that as an insert. And then what else? What else do I have? Oh, let me scooch these aside. Now I gotta scooch back out. I apologize. There's just so many little things. Out of the enhancement pack as well, here's the tags. Actually, it's page E11. So they were already made up in this little envelope from when I introduced the templates. So I'm just going to use them since I've already got them. But basically, it's page E11. So if you want to print that off and do the same thing. But then E13 is these whale tails. And I'm going to use this big one here. So it's like, these were already printed. I'm going to use the biggest one. And then I've already traced the mats for that, and I'll show you that in just a second. And then also E15 are these tags, or these flags, banners, and I'd already had some printed off. So page E15 onto cardstock, I'd already had some printed off and actually cut out. So I inked them up, and then I traced the mats onto some of the pieces that we had left over. So, all right. I just wanted to show you that really quick. And now let's put stuff together. Where's that? Oh, here's the whale tail where I traced the whale tail mats out of. One there and one here. And they're going to be put onto here. So I'm going to glue those down right now. And we'll go ahead and get that part out of the way. And I have marked which one's the front, because it will matter. Sometimes they don't always fit correctly. So it kind of looks like that. And then, that's so cute. Look at the back. Isn't that pretty? Can you see it? I love that. Okay. So then that's going to go in here, like that. Okay, so I'm going to attach this here somehow. And then I've got some of these were part of the printable version of the paper collection that is available in the artist website. And I don't know if you've noticed or not, but I'm recreating the cover of the album that I used as a prototype. So that's kind of where I'm headed here. So she has stamps included in her set, but if you don't have that one, you can always get the printable embellishment canceled postage stamps from my Etsy shop as well. These are super cheap as well, and they come in all different sizes. They're up to very large. I'm just going to try to show you. So you can get really large postage stamps. So if you don't have her printable stamps, then you can use those. All right, so I was thinking about layering these up on here and something kind of like that. And let's see. And then putting these on. So I'm going to mat these really quick. So here's where I traced. I actually have this one upside down, but I did that kind of on purpose. And here's where I traced those out of, the scraps that I got them off of. Always go through your scraps first when you're doing small pieces like this. It's so helpful to keep all of those little bits and pieces. And I also put that gold foil on there as well. So I'm just going to layer these up on here. I need to let that dry for a second. I'm moving it all around while I'm trying to ink it. I'm just trying to make sure that it's staggered right there. Where the points and stuff are, nothing really is just like a straight line. I just want it to be staggered. So yeah, I'm gonna let that dry for a second and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I kind of want, all right, I'm just going to do it on here, I think. I'm just going to assemble. See, this is kind of what I'm going for. And I think in order just to keep that down for a second, I'm going to just clip it like that. And then I'm going to put my coaster on top here just to let everything dry. Because I wanted to show you what I was doing, or something that I did off camera while I was waiting. I printed one of the printable pages onto a 28-pound white paper, and then I printed some photo mats over top. Although I didn't get any of the green, which is kind of what I wanted, but that's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and cut these out. I think this might be a fun insert for the back. So actually I'm gonna cut it and fold it in half is what I'm gonna do, I believe. So I ran it through my printer twice. So these photo mats are from the Photo Mats Essentials. And then of course the printed paper is from the artist website. So I did it with this one and I did it with this one. But this one you can't fold it in half because it's really directional. So I could cut them apart and use them that way. That should be exactly the same. There it is. I'm going to burnish and glue. I'm just going to glue around the edges that are going to be cut. And the reason I cut the two sides off is so that I can have a place for it to meet where I knew it was going to match perfectly. It's just easier that way. And I still didn't get it perfect, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. So, oh, I can't do anything with it yet. Hang on. Let me stamp it. So I thought I would do that one, and then I'm just going to cut these out. Maybe I'll use them, maybe I won't. So I was thinking about maybe using these here. Maybe I'll use one here. Or I could just have them as floating. They don't have to be, they don't have to have any sort of, they don't have to be, what am I trying to say? They don't have to be attached to anything. They can just be in there. And then this one, I was thinking about putting it here. So this one would need to be double-sided. So it could be plain like this, or it could be like this. Either way. Yeah? What do you think? Oh, I just love. Let me open the covers all the way out so you can get a gander. Let me see if I can, there we go. What the whole thing looks like. Well, except for this. It's not going to be there. Oh, I guess it could be though, right? Who says we can't have a clip there? What do you guys think of that? Maybe. We'll see. You guys vote. That can always be removed. So yeah, what do we think? Do we like? The only thing about that clip being there is you can't really open it. And I haven't not made an insert for that. So I guess that means, since I have to open this, I probably shouldn't leave the clip there. Alright, never mind. Don't vote. I'm moving the clip. So this is really cute, right? So let me show you the covers to the other one, the prototype. Just because, just for fun. Obviously it's not a 5-page. This is only a 3-fin album. But yeah, so this one also has the flip, has the pocket, the bag, and the insert. Flips down, has that insert. This one has a, this one is attached accidentally, but it was meant to just be a stick in, you know, it's like a insert kind of thing. So yeah, what do you think? Did I do good? Which one do you like better? Actually, I love them both. I think they're both great. Okay. All right. So I think that's all we're going to do today, you guys. Let me know what you think, what your favorite part is. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And make sure that you comment down below. And make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you check the description box for all the important info and links and things. And thank you so much for joining me today. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.